Week number 66 of the 27-inch challenge, and this is some aglio olio pasta, some parmesan, some some kikiam, some fish balls, and yeah, it's a gym day. Because why am I not using my home gym? It's because I'm teaching personal PT with my friends. So today we did 50 kilos each, 110 pound each hand, for around 18 reps total. So by sixes. Okay, dumbbells are a little bit harder to balance, so that's what we do today. 3 sets of 50 kilos for around 18 reps total. So the thing is, whenever I go to the gym, I just don't like being looked at when I'm doing my set. So it's kind of a bit uncomfortable. So yeah, but we did the work, we did the set. So I'm teaching my friends how to do the basics, the golden 5. Actually, it's I also teach them how to row. So I taught them this, the hardest, and I realized the hardest is to know how to hip hinge properly. Okay, and most people don't know how to use their bodies. So how to hip hinge? So it's simple. It's like you're reaching a far chair behind you. Okay, and the pressure is not on your the soles of your foot, but more of on your heels. Okay, whenever you do that. And the key here is to keep your torso as straight as possible, as chest up as possible, as your shoulders back as possible, squeezing your lats down, and then standing up. Okay, it took me a while to teach these folks how to hip hinge. So they're students, they are new to the gym, and it's kind of inspiring, the motivation they have. So it's a very, very busy gym because it's after class and work time, so it's very, very busy. So that's why I rush the sets. The plan is to go to failure on the first set and then go down, but I don't have the time to really do that. So I just go for the heavy sets. And I think this week, as you computed, 220 pounds worth, 110 is not enough volume to get me to around 5,500. So I might do some benching again the rest of this week. So yeah, that's 6 reps again, and that's it. And then do some lat pull downs and then only wings after. Okay, how has been the weight loss going? Well, it's going steady. These days, I'm gonna be honest, messed it up. It messes it up, some weeks I'm going 28. Some days I'm getting to 28, but some days, because of the the unintentional buffets, unintentional splurges, I got back to 28.5, 29 again. So I'm a bit stuck. It's hard, it's hard when you're going beyond, again, you're pushing another limit. So what are we doing here? This is carrot, banana, walnut, what else? Dates, bread, I think. So it's very, very delicious, and I need to be, since my brother is on the baking business, there are a lot of triggers at home. So I need to to really be careful because triggers are readily available. I need to make vegetables available. Cream cheese are available, easily available. Cheesecakes are easily available. So I kind of realize now firsthand why people really get fat on these foods. That's why they call it bad foods. And I see it firsthand. Imagine how much butter and cheese. Look at the calories of butter and cheese, in there. So how much sugar. That's why in our cookbooks, I'm gonna make some low-calorie alternatives for this, like I always do. So this is for clients. That's why I'm showing you this. Instead of using butter, which is very high in calories, we're gonna use pumpkin. Okay, on our cookbooks, I'm gonna use some pumpkin. It tastes almost the same. Instead of using full eggs, we're gonna use egg whites. Instead of using, I want some low calorie cheesecake, I'm gonna use some low fat cream cheese, which is what we already have here. This is some low fat cream cheese right there. So I checked out the brand, and it's very low in fat compared to other cream cheese. So yeah, it's all about balance, and I'm having a hard time balancing, if I'm gonna be honest. So week number 63, I failed at Saturday to Thursday. Failed. I didn't hit the 1800 diet PR I was hitting. So I was hitting what? 24, 26, and it's very hard, very hard to get back on track. So because I spent all those times in the gym training people, I forgot to do my isolation work, which is not really worth your money. If you go to the gym, you have to use the equipment, but in those circumstances, I didn't use the machine because of the time. I didn't maximize the machine. So today we do the staple. I'm doing now the belt calf raises because I don't want to stress my forearms because of the sheer pulling and vertical pulling, horizontal pulling I do. So again, dog wrap training style, 20 reps. Next few sets will be 4 sets of 5 without even resting a lot. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is the other side. So it's smart to do your isolation work, in my opinion, in other days. You separate your main movements and then the isolation work later for, I would say, efficiency. Okay, because most people, when they do a workout or a training session, they go for the compound lifts. Okay, they give it their all, and then when they go to the part when they have to do the isolation work, they're already tired and they are rushing the set, because they want to go home, they want to go out to get out of the gym. So I think that's not very efficient. If you are working your smaller muscle groups like your calves, your neck, your rear delts, your side delts, your core, your arms, bicep, tricep, if you're working a weak point, it's much more efficient, in my opinion, to have another day set for it. And I tell you, you'll save more time. I mean, it took me first day of the week, I trained twice a week, but now I divide it because of the home gym. It's accessible. I divide it into 3 now, so 3 days a week, but the same amount of time, 2 hours, 40 minutes each session. Sometimes I do twice, most times I do twice if I'm really busy, but for now this schedule works for me. Okay, next exercise after the neck curls, again, you already seen this like a lot of 1,000 times in this channel. Still the basic movements: upright rows, neck curls, calf raises, bicep curls. Same basic movements. Okay, and that's what build the body. It's not the fancy equipment, the fancy exercises. It's the basics. Getting strong on the basics. Even if you're advanced, that's what I'm teaching. Those other my clients in the gym. They want me to coach them personally. That's what I'm teaching them. You be immersed with the basics. Even if you're advanced, even if you become intermediate or advanced or pro, they still do the basics. They still do the hip hinge, some form of squat, some form of horizontal pushing, horizontal pulling, vertical pushing, vertical pulling. That's it. Whether it's machine, whether it's free weights, whether it's explosive calisthenic style, as long as they're practicing progressive overload, getting stronger over time, that will be effective. Okay, that's the main principle that makes all programs effective. Progressive overload. No matter what you do, the machines, the exercise, the what muscle group you target, abs, whether it's abs, whether it's core, it's your neck, your lower back, your glutes, it's still the same overarching principle. Progressive overload. That's the best learning, and what the focus on one thing type of concept. You must all of us must master. And we're making the shake. Okay, carrots, some strawberries, some spinach, and it's already sour, so for the sweetness I add some diet Pepsi, so diet soda, and it's 50 calories per 2 cups, so it's not bad. Actually, it's 50 calories per 3 cups. That's how low calories it is. And if there were no cakes at home, I would be 27 right now. Right, like the cake. If the cake is unavailable and the brownies are unavailable and I can't, eat it, I would be 27 now doing that. So that's the goal for the next few weeks. We are restocking here. First in, first out. And to be honest, guys, I don't like this cooking high calories brownies and cakes, because I wanted to make low calorie alternatives, as you might hear me talking a lot about, like this, the tofu instead of the pork. I use tofu for lower calorie alternatives. Reduce a little bit of the fat and don't put a lot of the full fat mayo. Use the lower fat mayo. Tweaks like that can make a difference. And this business is my brother's, so I'm helping him, but eventually I'll do some lower calorie foods, lower calorie alternatives, protein cheesecakes, so that I still eat cheesecakes, but it's lower in calories. Actually, the blueberries are not that high of calories, considering the taste. It's very good. The thing that will kill you here is that frosting. That is very small amount, like 1/4 of a cup. It's already 300 calories. So that I know now why they make zero calorie frosting, because it will really mess up your diet. Okay, so I'm a bit shocked how, small amounts of frosting like that can really affect your whole calories. I mean, if you convert that to popcorn, you can eat like 2 big bowls of popcorn, and that's just one bite of the frosting. Okay, this is some Revel bar. Actually, this has some fiber in it. So, but the thing that makes it high is the butter. Okay, it's delicious because of the butter. If we can make something that tastes like butter but lower in calories, then this will be a lower calorie brownie. Okay, it can be good for diabetics, it can be good for people with hypertension. And yeah, I'm planning to, how can I make this lower calories. The problem is the ingredients. I think the ingredients in the Philippines, in terms of finding the supplier, is a bit hard. So that's the challenge we're going to face next few weeks. For example, the pumpkin butter, where will I find that? Okay, if I'm in the US and Canada, I can find that readily available. But here, I don't know where to find butter alternatives. So yeah, message me if you know someone. So this is the meals. I've been hovering around. Last week, I'm at a good deficit, 28.5, almost 28. This week, 29, because I overate again on the it's kind of like a diet break, I suppose. A tad bit below maintenance. Okay, I didn't really hit my number, which is I want to hit 1500 because every day, because I would eat more than that automatically. So I'm trying to hit 1500, and I hover this week around 2100. Okay, so yeah, that's why environment is so important now. That's the lesson I learned this week. Environment really matters. If you want to change a certain behavior, you've got to change your environment. And unfortunately for me, the environment here is full of high calorie foods. So, and I can't use willpower all the time, because willpower will eventually run out. Okay, you have only so much willpower to resist Oreo cheesecakes. These are full Oreos, by the way, so that will pack on like one small slice is already 300 calories. And I'm still thankful because these are the orders. Okay, flood of orders, and our refrigerator is full, and some cheesecakes are not included there because you can't contain it. It cannot. There's so much orders. It's excessive. And this is, by the way, this is some Chinese sausage and with rice, it's delicious, and I overeat again. Okay, training. What about training? This week we hit some new levels. So, have you ever have that fear in attempting, a PR set, in attempting, to push your current limits in your lifts? I had that today. Strong. because the excuse today is I worked a lot, I don't have any good amounts of sleep, I only slept 5 hours and those sleep is not really that quality, you know, and I'm stressed, I have a lot of work to do in the food business, in the digital business, you know, in the drop shipping business we have, family business, you know. I'm tired and maybe I can't hit the PR today. What if I got injured? Why am I saying that? Because I have this hip issue, tightness issue for days now. I haven't been training in the past like 6 days. Again, I delayed, you know, before I did my bench. It's been 6 days since I've trained again today. But as you can see, we overcome that you know, limiting belief that we can't get the 6 reps second set today. Okay, I could have had one more, but you know, I'm trying to heal my hip, so I didn't push for the 7th rep. But definitely the next week, finalizing this block of training, 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm gonna finalize it 4 weeks. 4 weeks, then we shift another movement, maybe some the seal rows, and then another 4 weeks. After that, we shift again to squats. We're gonna shift it until we make good progression. As my rows is resting from the poundaging we will pound the squat, and then when the squat is resting, kind of not avoiding the heavy weights, the rows will receive the poundage. So that's what we're going to do this whole 2022, and while, you know, getting my body weight to as low as possible. My goal now is to get my waist to 27. As you all know, I'm around 29 most days. Sorry guys, haven't been focusing on the diet lately. So I've been doing the diet PRs actually, but some days, you know, there's a lot of triggers here. Like, you see that? You see those sweets? That's why, you know, we always teach that you can afford to have high calorie foods in your home readily available, because sooner or later you're gonna eat it. Okay, so that's how powerful this is. Okay, when you limit yourself on a certain box, you gotta get out of it, you know. And this is one of the days that I have to get out of the box. Okay? There's nothing wrong with thinking. There's nothing wrong with analyzing whether I'm gonna be injured or not, whether this is an appropriate amount of weight or not. And I already done that. Okay? And based on the what do we call that? Realistic, logical calculations we have, we need to push, you know, on this week 4 of the squat. We need to push the boundaries a little bit. That's just 1 rep. That's just around a 6 pound added, which is, well, that's a lot actually when you're already advanced in lifting. So, and it's post squats. So yeah, we are successful today in hitting the PR of the squats. Now we do the isolation work, which is the neck, the shoulders, some bicep peaks, some calves, and some rowing. Okay, rowing and overhead press. I already told you this. So yeah, so we did 180 for 50 reps total. But I didn't do 50 reps. Of course, you already know I'm doing the what? I'm doing the rest pause dog crap training style, and we forward this a little bit so that we save time. So I rested 5 to 10 seconds. Did the first set like 15 reps, and then do 3 reps at a time, with as proper form as I can. So walk 5-10 seconds, drink some coffee again, switch grips because the ground is not level, so I pull a little bit harder on one side, and one side is a little bit easier, so I switch around so that it's even. I get even work on each side. So walk again, walk it off again, 5 to 10 seconds, and go back again. Okay, so I did a total of 15 reps, and then I think 6 sets of 3 with resting only 5-10 seconds. Okay, that's equivalent to doing 6 sets of 15 or 5 sets of 15, 5 to 6 sets of 15. Okay, that's how powerful or how significant the effect of this training style is. Okay, and I can see it on my rear delts, on my back, on my shoulders. I'm gonna do shoulders later. I see the effect. You save time, but you still get effective reps. The amount of volume you need, the amount of work you need. The only downside again is the intensity. You will have to fail gracefully. Okay, so you will have to really when it gets hard, you have to endure that and still get proper form, because if you are a bit careless, you can be injured. Okay, so again, overhead press, controlling the negatives, all the way down. This is only 120 pounds, so I'm 150, so this is 30 pounds less than my body weight. Again, do high rep set, I think that's 10 or 12, I don't know, 10, and then rest 5-10 seconds, go again. I think I did two reps or 3 reps. Yeah, I think I did 3 reps, and then I think I did drop the weight. So 5-10 seconds, again, go again for around 3 reps. Okay, so the thing that's resting now, or the thing that's I'm doing this now, is the rows, the overhead press, and the pull-ups. Okay, and the 2 squats and bench, it's already week 4 now. I'm hitting strength PRs, strength gains on the 2 movements. I'm focusing on doing heavyweight, low volume, only 2 sets on the squats and the bench. And here I'm doing high volume, higher. I never do high volume, so for most people, this is what? That's only the volume you do? Yes, okay, because not on steroids, I'm not into getting into crazy amounts of volume, because my priority and your priority should also be strength gains. Okay, so that's it for week number 66. Click our link tree below, free programs down below, buy our programs, food programs, Shred Smart program, the movie star program. Link will be in the description. Bye bye, peace.